All right. I'm back for another live on the 40 Juice Fast of Fitness, year 10, day 39, guys. It's bring it on home. And it's like just this hum. Sorry about that. There's this, if it goes in and out, because the internet here is just bad. It's just sad, actually. It's bad and sad at the same time. But day 39, and this is the period of time where I start to slowly awaken the digestive tract by adding just a little bit of thickness to the juice. Okay, and there's a whole science about how to come out of a fast, because it's on my birthday. So usually on my birthday, my lady wants to celebrate a little bit of something, so I have to kind of like do a little something to be prepared. But nonetheless, I have to be careful, because when you're doing that, you really have to just, be very careful as you are beginning to eat normal again. So you have to eat very soft foods that are easily digestible, eating like soft fruit and things like that. Nothing too harsh for the digestive tract, because it's been on a sabbatical and it needs time to readjust to what it was doing before. And so that is what's doing it. And you guys can already see how thin I've gotten. I'm drinking my favorite Synergy Raw kombucha called Sacred Life. I love this stuff. It's good. I didn't even finish my superfood tea. Okay, and I also brought up the thing about the superfood coffee, which some of you's like, what, superfood coffee, man? You been holding out on me. I want to price my order, okay? So listen, if you want the superfood coffee, go back on my timeline and check it out. Okay, those of you who already know IT, you already know Tom, y'all gonna get yours. Don't worry. I'll show you how to reorder on your free member back office, so you can purchase your product. Okay. Yeah, superfood tea, guys, superfood coffee, superfoods is the way to go, because what it does for you, what superfoods do, this is the reason why they're called super, is because they're highly charged, okay, with energy to feed you at the cellular level, so that you stay strong with hunger, or being satiated from being hungry longer throughout the day. So you're not worried about food, okay? So that's high nourishment hitting your body. That's why I call this epigenetics, which we're gonna get into that, okay? What is epigenetics and why it is important for you to know, okay? Simple science, very simple science that you can learn by definition, and then start applying simply by, again, changing the way that you have been nourishing your body. Okay, you have a 75 trillion self-healing organism, a fearfully and wonderfully made organism that operates apart from your consciousness to keep you healthy if you feed it the right fuel. Okay, that's why it's called a self-healing body. But it can't self-heal if it doesn't have the food it needs to keep you above sickness. Once again, you don't catch sickness. You express it by your lifestyle. Just like you can't catch health. You express it by your lifestyle, okay? No one makes you fat. You make yourself fat by your lifestyle. No one gives you high blood pressure. No, you create that by your lifestyle. Just like no one gives you a healthy heart rate, right? Or healthy blood pressure. You create that by your lifestyle. No one's going to give you can't catch big muscles. No, you create that by your lifestyle. You can't slow down. You can't catch anti-aging, okay? Now, a lot of times say, oh, black don't crack. But blacks are like one of the worst debtors when it comes to disease out of all the ethnic demographics. We are suffering more because of how we've been taught. Okay. Going back to, again, post-traumatic slavery disorder. That also ties into what kind of food that we value and treasure, which is a lot of it's trashy, it's crappy, and it's doing nothing for our health. And most of us, especially when we get in our 40s and 50s, we already overweight. We already selling for the fact that this is how I'm going to be, and we don't try to change it. And so when you don't try to change the way you are physically, you are going to run into the wall of sickness. Your body is going to express it because that's how it deals with the problem that you created inside. And it won't stop creating these cellular malfunctions or mutations from happening until you turn it around. You have to turn it around. You have to value your cells, your 75 trillion cells, more than you value your spouse, more than you value your children, more than you value your job, your money, your car, whatever. This comes first. And then these other things, okay? Like the scripture says on the spiritual level, seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and then all these things will be added unto you, right? And second to that is seek ye first the kingdom of health, and then you can enjoy all these things that you have around you. Because what good is your car that you all dreamed about and you can't even drive it because you got cancer? What good is your car if you die of diabetes? What good is it? What was that What did that investment do for you physically? You invested all this money in this material thing that's going to outlive you, not even taking the time to invest in this, okay, which can give you a greater enjoyment of those physical things. See, we got it all backwards. We're trying to get the big house, the big car, we want the big lifestyle, but you forget about this. And then when sickness hits you, just like death will hit you, because we are going to die, right? But sadly, what's happening is sickness, which is never supposed to be the issue when we pass away. We're supposed to die and sleep, okay? Statement of fact, that's facts, okay? Facts. You're not supposed to be dying of a disease, okay? That is an abnormal behavior of your humanity. You die and sleep. That is how you die, okay? And in order to die and sleep, you have to be healthy, okay? In order to die in your sleep, you have to be healthy, okay? Because it's a process. It's a natural recycling. We are going to be recycled, okay? But up until we are recycled, when our lifetime comes to its close, we should not be suffering if we've done this thing right. Okay, that's why the scripture says the leaves are for the healing of the nation. The leaves are for your genetic expression, your correct genetic expression to all the nations. That's what he's trying to say in that. Epigenetics is in that scriptures. Okay, the leaves are for the healing. Well, what is healing? Okay, the body is self-healing. It expresses self-healing. That's epigenetics. It expresses self-healing or healing when it is being given the tool of leaf source, vegetables, fruits, seeds, oils that come from nature. Do you see it? Okay. Epigenetics is right in the scripture. Okay. It's right there. It says the leaves are for the healing, not the leaves are for disease. Disease is not even mentioned there. Okay. And then I think in 2 John, he talks about your health prospering as your soul prospers. Okay. Your health. Health is the opposite of sickness. So it is the will of the Father to not only allow you to live and be healthy, just like he wants you to live and be wealthy, but again, you have to create that. No one's going to give you wealth. You have to create it. No one's going to give you health. You have to create it. You see, there's something that we have to do. And yes, if you've been taught the wrong way, eating the wrong way, drinking the wrong way, you have to unlearn what you have learned. And that's what this juice fast is teaching those of you who are watching me. So if you're watching, let me know where you're coming from. Comment in the comments where you coming from. All right, what city, state. And then I want you to do, if you like what you're seeing, don't hit the like button, hit the smiley button or hit the heart button. All right, helps the algorithm. Okay. What else on that? But so this is when I'm talking to you, this is what I've been given over the last 30 years. This has been downloaded into my mind, right? Through the people that I've been blessed to surround myself with, or the Creator has surrounded me with. Because some of this happened as a result of me not even doing anything. I was just blessed to be surrounded by people who were health conscious. And I stepped in the game early on. I mean, going all the way back to 1982, 83. Mrs. Gooch's, before there was ever a Whole Foods, North, Off, and Reseda, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay? That's where my father was shopping at Mrs. Gooch's on North, Off, and Reseda. Right there in a little shopping mall, okay? On the north, I want to say it's the northeast corner, okay? Just as you cross over Sepulveda going north, right? Because it travels, Reseda travels the same direction as the 405 freeway, right? So you're going north, and then you cross over North Off, and then boom, there's that shopping center right there. Y'all know what I'm talking about from the valley, okay? For those who grew up there. That's where, now that's Whole Foods, but before Whole Foods, it was Whole Foods, it was Mrs. Gooch's. And it was there that I was starting to learn the power of plant nutrition in my life. Why it was important for me to be thinking about as I got older, you should be doing it like this. And it was so refreshing. Oh man, just thinking back, it's still like a breath of fresh air. Thinking back to when I was being taught, this different way to consume food. And so that's what has imbibed my mind and has just like made me this person that's excited about health, okay? Excited about being healthy and excited about fitness and health, okay? And not only was I shown the right way to eat food, I was also shown on top of that, this is how I was blessed. I was shown not only the right way to eat, but then the right exercises that also promote anti-aging. 4 of them: rebounding, HIIT, resistance training, yoga. Those 4, okay? And it was funny because as an athlete, the Creator inspired me with the resistance training, because all brothers, when they coming up, they want to be strong. If you're going to play athletics, you want to be strong. So first I was given that, all right? And then I was given the gift of dance. And so I started to express interest in that, and I started dancing, okay? Street dancing. Then it got into performing arts, okay? Well, that led to yoga, understanding how to do yoga. And from yoga, then came the science of HIIT, high intensity interval training. And then last but not least, and best of all of them, was rebounding. And y'all seen my videos. Why is this brother jumping up on a rebounder? Okay. Because in the science of epigenetics, the rebounding exercise is an exercise that helps you to control your DNA expression for the long run, better your DNA expression for the long run. It enhances, it's almost like fulvic acid in an exercise form, okay? Because there's over 200 benefits that the body experiences at the cellular level when you're bouncing up and down on a rebounder, okay? And when it says jump for joy, there's a reason for that, okay? And then HIIT comes right behind it, okay? Not spending all this time in the gym trying to get healthy and fit. No, you can get lean in 15 minutes a day, okay? Not going to be easy, but you can do it. But again, you have to apply those principles. That's why I'm doing muscle-ups, y'all. Why am I at 53? Just started this on June 27th. Today I went out and I did I did 10, but I did 8 straight. Came off the bar, got back on, did 2 more. So 10 for the day. Could I have kept going? Yes. All I need is a little rest, walk down, come back, and I'm right back up there again doing, if not equaling 8, just about getting 8 again. Okay. At 52 years old, I'll be 53 on Monday. My birthday comes up. So this is powerful, man. And who wouldn't want that? What would you get? What price tag? What price could you put up on gaining back 20 years of your physical health. Right? If someone was to put a 20-year backwards aging energy into your body and then age your skin backwards 20 years, what would you pay for that? What would you pay for that? And I'm telling you, the price to be able to get that is pennies on the dollar. And most of y'all are paying pennies on the dollar for the same thing. Just on the flip side, you spending all this money filling up your shopping cart, and most of the stuff that you're eating is all acidic and creating the wrong type of expression you want for your health. Instead of expressing health, you got low energy. Let's be real, constipated. You can't even do 10 or 12 push-ups. If you can do a pull-up, that would be amazing for yourself, you would think. But most of you can, and women, I'm talking to you too. No excuses here. Okay? But again, it's, women today trying to, compete and be like men in a certain sense. But a lot of us still are weak. And we're not doing anything to better ourselves. We just getting up, we eat, we go, we walk, we do a little bit, and that's it. We don't really take the time to refine the body. Okay, to refine the body this way and to refine the immune system by what we are consuming. And this is why it doesn't matter how high, middle, low you are. You're going to hit that wall of sickness. And we've seen many of actors who could have easily paid pennies with their little millions, but they eating crappy. Eating escargot and caviar, thinking you got it going on. You eating trash, yo. You eating trash, straight up. That stuff is trash. Man, I was working down and I'm gonna give you a little story. And I'm working with the rich folks, right? I got hired on as a personal assistant. Basically, I was doing home health. But I was more like a personal assistant for this person. I was driving them around to all these functions and stuff, and they nice little Mercedes and everything. They get together with their family. They invite me wherever they go, to be the chauffeur and the medical personnel on board, right? In case something goes down, I'm the one who is, supposed to, do the intervention that needs to be done for that person should they have an episode, right? So here we down at the Beverly Hills Hotel, right? And I've already told them about my lifestyle. But here they all got all this money. The guy I'm with, he's had a stroked out. Now he's not even able to, move himself around, have to do everything pretty much for him, right? And again, it's going back to because he's expressing stroke health, okay? Stroke health, that's real low, okay? You have a stroke within the realm of your health, that's a problem, right? So his sickness was a stroke, and then other problems with arthritis and all this stuff. Why is that? Because when I walked in the house and I'm looking at everything they're eating, I'm like, this is what's causing it. So by them looking at me, they're offering me food. I'm like, don't do it. I don't do the water, and I don't do the food. I buy my own stuff. And if I do, it has to be organic, okay? Well, they got all this money, they ain't tripping. Like, oh, man, we'll just go to Whole Foods and get you something to eat. Okay. And they was wondering, how serious am I? They took me to Beverly Hills Hotel. Ordered a little whatever. They said, Troy, you gonna eat? Nope. Not doing it. Why? Because everything on the menu was conventional. Okay? Even the vegetables were conventional. Here you got this high-class hotel. You can't even serve me organic, non-GMO food? Ain't worth my palate. Not happening. They was tripping. They was like, wow. They was like dumbstruck. This brother up here in one of the baddest hotels in the city of Los Angeles, and he ain't eating a thing. That's right, because I understand what real nutrition is. So even back then, when I was living in LA, I still had this high, standard for what I consume, and that's why I am where I am today, because I have this high standard, and I'm not budging. My girl be having a problem with me sometimes because I just do not budge. And there's certain things that But I'll always come back to home base. And I'll always end my birth year, okay, with a 40-day juice fast since 2012. And it's just ingrained in my thinking that this is something that I should do, right? And every time I go on a fast, there's a revelation for me that I have to learn. There's something deeper I have to learn. And it hit me this time. It hit me like this week. It hit me. A couple of things. Now, a couple of things. One of the things that hit me is I'm going to rank up in my business, okay, to where I want to be. That's going to happen. All right. I'm putting that out in the universe. The creator already set it up for me. So when I go to Vegas, I'm not going to be where I was, as far as my position in my business. I'm going to be higher up, like 4 levels higher in my business. And so on the wellness side, and then on the fitness side, because I'm a trainer, okay, I'm moving into my personal space, okay, with dance and then personal training. So all that's happening, and I'm telling you guys, it's not like I'm moving into this with a weak constitution. The constitution is strong. The constitution is filled with this high vibration of these superfoods that I've been consuming. Okay, so you cannot go wrong with this, because again, when we talk about epigenetics, I talked about the 10 bad foods, right, in my last video. And the reason why I brought that out is because somebody had a question. Why am I not getting better physically? Well, this is the reason why. This could be the reason why. Okay, not say that I'm not going to put everybody in the same category, but most Americans, even those of you who are watching me, especially in the black community, okay, my black brothers and sisters, we are and have been led into this but merry-go-round of nutrition based upon what we were taught by our parents. And it's not their fault either. They were just taught the same thing, and they can only do the best that they could do with the knowledge that they have. Okay, but we have to do better. Okay, we have to do better, and we have to be ready to be prepared to make these changes. Because if you don't, these things that I'm gonna bring out to you right now, they're gonna break you down. They're gonna break you down, and you're gonna express sickness. And some sicknesses we know are worse than others. And what we don't want, here's what's coming. What we don't want is the 1 out of every 2. We don't want the 1 out of every 2. What am I talking about? What is the 1 out of every 2? 1 out of every 2 people is going to get either heart disease or cancer. That's how bad it is, according to the statistics. Now, if the statistics are what they are, then most of us, even those you are watching me, even me myself, okay, even with the best food that I'm eating, right? If I get to the end of my life and I'm not still consuming the food that I'm consuming, heart disease and cancer is coming. Okay, so I have to stay up on it. Okay, and the fact that you see me aging slowly is indicative of not just the skin health. It's indicative of the cell health, the tissue health, the organ health, the system health, the bone health, the muscular health. You see what I'm saying? All of that is inclusive because the body is one body. If one member suffers, they all suffer. Okay? If I have no eye, then where were the seeing? If I have no ears, where were the hearing? If I have no nose, where were the smelling? The whole body suffers. So if the whole body is being blessed with health, then the whole body is being blessed with health, inside and out. Okay? You got to trust the science, the natural science, and our natural science as far as humans are concerned is plant-based. That is the natural science that we should be and were designed to live by. Okay, so here are the things you want to either eliminate from your diet, or you need to reduce them in your diet by 80%. Okay, dairy, wheat, GMO corn, refined sugar, red meat, fried foods. Okay, refined sugar, vegetable oil. Okay. Why? Because all of these are creating the silent killer in your body, which is inflammation in some form or fashion. Okay, at the bottom of every disease is inflammation. Now, inflammation is good when you get in an injury, but when you're having inflammation without trauma, that is a problem. And that is caused because of the bad foods that we're eating. If you're eating a lot of omega-6s versus omega-3s, get ready, because you are going to experience some kind of inflammation. Okay, eating meat products. Okay, it's different if you're killing your own animals and eating them. But if you're eating factory meat, that's the worst kind of meat you're eating, because they are feeding these animals with all these freaking hormones, okay, and drugs. And they're feeding them trashy GMO food. And that's going into their tissue. No, their blood, their tissue, their organs, okay, their muscles, their bones. And then now you eating that. So you're eating a factory cow that has been chemically produced, okay, with hormones to grow bigger. And who knows what else they're putting in these animals, okay, because it's all about the bottom line, ain't about your health. So you're not eating a cow from the 1800s. You're eating a 21st century factory, probably geoengineered cow. And if the cow is being genetically modified and pumped with all these hormones, so are you. So are you. And the end product of eating that kind of meat is inflammation in the form of diabetes, cancer, heart disease. Okay, right? And so when we look at the spirit is on me right now to talk to you about this, and the flow is coming out, you know, just like I want it to, because here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. Food, as I brought out in my prior videos, and I'm categorizing all of these except for a few, which are exercise videos, because this is 40-day juice fast with fitness. Okay, I'm chronologically logging all these lives on my Facebook channel, my new Facebook channel, Coach Troy Monroe. Okay, so you can go back through and get that information on there. Once everything is loaded, they'll be all there, so you can just go through and listen and hopefully glean something from it that will help you in your health journey and your experience. Okay, but here's the thing: food should be medicine, according to Hippocrates. Okay, that is true in the African world. Okay, from where we come from in the Black community. Okay, most of us in that realm of the world have been for years, keeping it mostly to plant-based. Same in China, same in Australia, same in India. Okay, all over the world. Okay, there are over 300,000 varieties of food. Okay, that our bodies can look at when we consume it, can translate that food science or that food language into energy, nutrition, immunity, hydration, okay, detoxing and cleansing, okay, with all the vitamins that we need in order to live. There's so much variety out there, but we only eat a small minuscule of that. And not only that, what we're doing is we have literally divorced ourselves, have been educated to away from that. And now what we're doing is consuming everything pretty much, not in the produce section. Most of what we're consuming is shelf and freezer, refrigerator. Shelf, freezer, refrigerator. That's what kind of foods we're consuming today. Foods that have been altered in someone else's kitchen that we ain't even know about. Got all these ingredients in there, stuff that we don't even know. We don't even know we're putting in there. But we look at the package. Oh, the package look good. Yeah, okay. It look like it's healthy. I'm going to go home and eat it. Don't even know what the end product of that thing is doing to you. Okay? And that's how we've been programmed. Okay, so I'm here today to help you get out of that, all right? Dairy products, bad for you. Wheat, rye, and barley. What's the problem with that? Gluten. Gluten sensitivity, all right? Messes up the stomach lining. When your stomach lining is so messed up to where the tight junctions begin to open up and food passes through, problem. Okay? That's like a siren going off. Okay? Food should not pass through the intestinal wall. That is a no-no of your digestive system. Food passes through, and what happens is the body, the digestive tract, your tube, is absorbing the micronutrient liquid through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream. Okay? And now here's the thing. We can't just eat anything and then the intestinal tract absorbs that liquid through the intestinal wall into the blood. What if that thing is acid? What if it's acid liquid? Well, we're going to have an acid side effect. Poor energy, headaches, dehydration, inflammation, constipation. You see what I'm saying? So those are the things that happen. So that means that food is not healing you. Hippocrates' oath, or not his oath, but his statement of health does not apply to you. Also, the scripture, let the reason for the healing of the nation does not apply to you, because you are not living by that science. You're living by another science. And what's happening is instead of it healing you, it's making you sick. You don't get that on a juice fast. You don't get that on a water fast. You get high cleansing, okay? And your body goes in a state of autophagy, where the cells literally hold on to their life force with even greater strength than they do or experience when you're eating. Look it up, autophagy. I'm giving you guys like I'm giving y'all like information that's going to save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in medical bills that you don't have to deal with, yo. Okay? And I'm bringing it to you on a layman's level. I'm not giving you a bunch of highfalutin medical terms because it's not that serious. It's apples and oranges, seeds and vegetables. That's the language. Apples and oranges, vegetables, seeds, essential oils, okay? Herbs, organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, okay? Animal cruelty-free. That's where you want to be thinking about going forward if you're not already, okay? So again, this whole, man, when you get into the gluten thing, horrible, man. Fried foods, we already know about that. Inflammatory response. Refined flour, inflammatory response. Pro-inflammatory response, okay? Red meat, horrible. The worst thing you can ever put in your body is red meat, okay? Especially factory red meat, okay? There's more nutrients in a moose or an elk that's been killed, and then you dry out the meat when they dehydrate it. Okay, but who gonna want to do that today, right? We don't have enough time, so we settle for this weak meat, weak nutritional meat, and we eat it, and we expecting, oh, I'm gonna have all this protein. I need protein. You don't need that. That's another myth out there. Protein. Look this one up. Protein-induced hypercalciuria. I'm going to say it again. Protein-induced hypercalciuria. I'm going to say it again. Protein-induced hypercalciuria. A lot of us, as we're getting older, bones are getting weaker because you're eating way too much protein, the wrong type of protein, and your body's using calcium to neutralize it. See? Taught wrong. Taught wrong. We are plant-based, okay? You don't have the enzymes in your saliva to break down meat. Cows don't either. All mammals don't have that, okay? Now, plant-based mammals don't have that. Carnivorous mammals do, okay? Like your dog or your cat or a lion or a cheetah, because we think about a big ferocious animal, right? Well, they have huge amounts of acid in their saliva to break down not just the meat, but the bone, the hair, because they eat everything cooked? No, they eat it raw. So you even eating meat cooked wrong. It's all wrong. No animal in the wild does that. They eat their food raw. What's wrong with us? See, taught wrong, man. Taught wrong. And then you wonder why we got all these diseases, because we've been taught wrong. And now you hooked on what you've been taught wrong. Like a drug you can't get rid of. So when a person like me come on and be like, man, you got to change your diet. Oh, man, I can't do that, man. I'm hooked on that. I can't live without my meat, yo. I can't live without my chicken. But you don't even realize when you're saying that what the end product of eating factory chicken, factory meat, factory fish, okay, is doing to your body. Come on now. This is a sermon on the gospel of health. Okay, I'm breaking it down, y'all. Okay, I'm not holding back because it's not my job to hold back, because I want to be healthy. And when I say I love you to health, that's what I'm talking about. I love you to health, not to death. I love you to health. So when I'm speaking words of life into your mind. And it would be nice for you to change, but you have to want to change. So what I'm speaking to you in this vibration, right, is putting it in your mind to think about. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you want to experience in this, because you only got one. You only got one life. How you going to live it? Okay. So we're talking about 10 foods, vegetable oil, It's the internet, man. It's just horrible. It's all bad. This is all bad. Okay, I gotta go slow. Refined flour, red meat, processed corn, another bad one. Corn is in everything. Okay, spikes blood sugar, leads to increased insulin response, creates major inflammatory response. Boom. Artificial chemical additives, same thing. They create these synthetic compounds, and that causes also an inflammatory immune response as well. Trans fat, same thing. Again, these low density lipoproteins which feed inflammation. Trans fats are found in hydrogenated oils in most processed foods. You see? Cooked, baked, boiled, fried, most processed foods. Ages, what is that? Advanced glycogen end products. All right? Most of us have been just jammed into our thinking to eat these products. Ages, advanced glycogen end products. We just been programmed to do that. Every commercial you watch is not telling you about anything plant-based for your health. It's telling you about, you know, all this other stuff that has nothing to do with food being medicine. No leaf healing science is being pumped into this brain. So you don't even think about, okay, before I eat this, is this going to be medicine for my body? Because that's what your body's expecting you to give it. But see, you haven't been programmed to do that. You've been programmed to give your body crappy food, crappy drink, crappy personal products, care products on your skin. The skin is the largest organ. It absorbs everything, right? So I'm just telling you guys this so to get you thinking, okay? Let's end this now with epigenetics. What are we talking about? We are talking about gene expression, okay? And I'm going to use Dr. Lipton's science on this because he is one of the brainchilds behind this discovery. Also, if you study the science and the works of Dr. Joe Wallach from I think his health platform is Power 90 plus minerals. I forget what it's all about. I mean, not the title of his wellness platform, but this brother is just amazing as well to listen to and to glean valuable information for your health. Okay, so and as I'm speaking to you, listen, I'm also listening to myself. The download for you is saying the download for me inside of here. Okay, we this is third eye health science here. Okay, third eye conscious health science that we're talking about today. Okay, so what is epigenetics? Epigenetics, loosely defined, is the belief that you and I can alter genetics by modifying our behavior. Again, loosely defined, epigenetics is the belief that you can alter your genetics by modifying your behavior. So what you listen to, that's why we do in the world of entrepreneurship, when we're understanding and learning about financial literacy, which most of us haven't been taught, like health, right? We have been taught a way to approach money in a way that is subservient instead of being the one who is the head of and master of our own destiny to create wealth. Okay, we have been taught that wealth is created by serving somebody else instead of creating it ourselves. Okay, by attaching ourselves to an opportunity that allows us to make money while we sleep. Okay, and that's why same thing when you're consuming food the right way, you're attaching yourself to nutrition that's going to create health while you sleep. Okay, because if you're not creating money while you sleep, you're going to end up broke. You could end up broke. If you're not creating health while you sleep, you're going to end up what? Sick. You see the two now? So you have to understand these, again, third eye sciences. There's a third eye science in health. There's a third eye science in making money. Okay. Very, very important to understand, all right? So again, epigenetics is the belief that you can alter your genetic expression. The concept of people being able to heal themselves without drugs defies the mission of big pharmaceutical companies. Yes, I'm healing myself without drugs every single day. Why? Because I'm doing superfoods, controlling my gene expression, because the superfoods are based upon the science of Genesis 1:29, Revelation 22, verse 2, also the science of Hippocrates, which is let food be thy medicine. Okay, it's Ayurvedic science, the same thing. We're all talking about the same thing. No matter what country you go in, if we're plant-based, we're all talking about the same thing. Chinese medicine, same thing. Dr. CB was talking about, same thing. Okay, they're just using different words, but it's all the same thing. You need to go more alkaline, more plant-based. If not plant-based 100%, raw plant-based, not just plants that you cook and you eat. You got to get away from the cooking and the boiling and the frying and the baking, because when you do that, you change the molecular structure of that raw nutrient to an altered state of acid food versus alkaline. Okay? Yeah, when it's raw, it's alkaline. You cook it, it becomes acidic. And all acidic food that drops below 7.0 alkaline and acid creates oxidative stress on the body. What is oxidative stress? Cut an apple in half. Hold the two halves and put it on the counter. What's going to happen? The apple turns brown. The brown symbolizes decay. Okay, that's what's happening when we're eating all these high processed foods. They cause oxidative stress, free radical damage to the cell, aging you, making you sick, making you weak, like the apple's becoming brown. Now you take that same apple, you simply squirt lemon on there. Okay, on both sides. Walk away for an hour, come back. The apple hasn't turned brown. It still has this nice, rich, white, off-white color. Okay, why? Because the life force of the lemon is alkaline. It holds the life force of the apple. Just like when you eat alkaline foods, you control your genetic expression, therefore prolonging the life of the cell, so that when that cell dies, it's going to create not a weak cell, it's going to create just as healthy a cell as the one that just died. That's the healthy cell concept. Okay? And again, you don't have to pay a lot of money to have a healthy cell. If anything, we paying thousands of dollars for diabetes. That's all literally avoidable. Okay? That you can avoid getting that. Okay? Cancer, avoidable. Heart disease, avoidable. Okay? Tumors, avoidable. Constipation, avoidable. Arthritis, avoidable. But if you're eating foods that, according to epigenetics, express inflammation, well, yeah, you're going to have heart problems. You're going to have arthritis. Anything with an itis on it is what? Inflammation. How is that created? By eating these horrible foods that create an inflammatory response. That's why you want to be doing it more superfoods, more raw juices, more raw smoothies, more superfood formulas. Come on, man. I haven't drank, look, my superfood tea, fulvic acid, and BSO, black seed oil. And so this is all I've been doing on this juice fast outside of my broth that I have to keep my electrolytes, to show my salts in balance, okay? And that's liquid. But for my heart substance, it's just been this, y'all, for 40 days. I haven't even used my juicer. I just been using the superfoods. And I went from doing 3 muscle ups over the bar. Man, I'm going to show you. Because I'm all about, results. I ain't trying to like sit up here and me telling you all a bunch of science and be like, this brother ain't doing nothing. Nah, man. I'm doing the thing, okay? I'm doing the thing, and the glow is what you see right there. That's the soul glow. Okay, that's what happens when you start juicing. Here I am at age 52 going on 53, okay? This is what happens, okay, guys? Now check this out, all right? And I'm not trying to show you this to show off and all that. This is not what this is about. I'm showing you this because this is what we call controlling the gene expression. What 50-year-old you know today is doing that you know in your circle? Watch that. That is a gymnastic move that you see most 20-year-olds doing, teens doing. You don't see grandpas doing that, okay? That is superfood formula, high alkaline nutrition in action, baby, okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'm living like a teen over here, okay? And the beautiful thing is I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now. Let's go. Okay? It's like 24/7 energy. Let's go. And without no fibrous foods, let's go. Just give me the alkaline water. Give me the alkaline, give me the high pH superfood tea, give me the black seed oil, give me the fulvic, and give me the superfood. That's all I need. Let's go. 100 push-ups, let's go. 50 pull-ups, let's go. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy you want. Okay? That's the kind of energy you can have long term if you turn it around. And it ain't gonna cost you a lot of money. Okay, how much money am I saving? How much money did I save? When you think about the average person going to the grocery store every week buying food, how much money did I save by just doing this and this every day? I only paid for this once. No, what's going on? So 3 months, 90 days. So that's like 3 months basically. So I would pay for this like times 3, okay? Which would be about $150 in 3 months. Let's put it that way. Let's say I paid $150 for this, and then the tea, well, that goes quite a long way. So I probably paid maybe $100 for that for 3 months. That would be like the most I would invest in my food. That would be in my shopping cart. Just these, 3 of these, 2 of these packs, okay? And then I have the black seed oil, and then I have the other thing. How much? 3 months. 3 months. How much money you think I saved? I don't even know. I'm not good at math, but here again, it's mind-boggling. And on that's the kind of energy that's coming out of me, y'all. That's the kind of energy, immunity, nutrition, okay, hydration, detox, cleansing, and the end result. Look, man, the end result is this. That's the end result. Okay? That's the end result. And all of us were designed to express that same kind of health or have that same kind of health experience. Let me bring this to a close. Epigenetics, controlling your gene expression by changing your behavior. That was the last thing I stated. That is the science that I'm talking about. And again, it is within your reach. It is within your reach, man. Okay? Your money can't do this for you. Your mama, your daddy can't do this for you. The job you have can't do this for you. That bad car you driving can't do that for you. No. There's plenty of fat folks walking around having nice cars and houses and all kind of money and still got arthritis, can't even do nothing. You ain't even enjoying your life. You struggling. But you got all this money that you done made, you still spending it on trashy food. You know, you want to drive in a Mercedes Benz, but you want to keep shopping at Food for Less. Really? Is that what you've been taught to think about your body? Come on now. Come up, player. Okay? You need to come up, right? You want to have a big old house, spend all this money, have this nice furniture, but you don't want to spend a dime on creating massive anti-aging health for your body that can give you 120 years of life. We should not be failing in the 40s and 50s, y'all. We should still be going up the hill. I'm telling you like it is, okay? And I got the science to back it up and my own personal lifestyle to show you what's real. And the reason I say that is because practically, that's what I'm saying. Y'all hear a lot of people saying stuff, but practically, what's happening practically in your experience, okay? So again, I am not anyone special. I'm just doing what the scripture says to the best of my ability, trying to stay out of man's way, doing it God's way, and this is the result. And there's plenty of other people doing it like I am and doing it better. I'm doing these muscle-ups because I found this brother out in Barbados. I think he lives in New York now, 70 years old, killing these muscle-ups. I'm like, shoot, if he can do it, I can do it. So I started on my journey. He started in his 40s. Last time I did that, I was 47. I said, shoot, I'm about to get busy. So I start working on it. Now I'm up to 10. Flipping over the bar. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the life force in that man is 70 years old, killing the game. in the calisthenic culture is the same type of output we can have. We just have to put our bodies in the position, okay, to receive the nutrition, and then we have to experience the height of that through anti-aging exercise. You got to have both to experience it, man. You can't just eat the good food and sit on your butt and do nothing. You got to use it, okay? Use that energy, okay? Drive it to the muscle. Drive it to the bones. Drive it to the tissue. How? Exercise, okay? Got to have it. Lastly here, okay, the concept of people being able to heal themselves without drugs defies the mission of big pharmaceutical companies driven by profit margins and ever larger sale figures. Okay, you being sold a bill of goods basically. But according to Dr. Lipton, a minimum of 1/3 of all medical interventions is a placebo effect. A minimum of 1/3 of all medical interventions are a placebo effect. That is the result of positive thinking, not of drugs. Okay, so when the scripture says, I don't know the verse, but it says, it's either laughter doeth good like a medicine, something that doeth good about like a medicine, but it's a thought process, okay? Dr. Lipton goes on to explain that medication may not even be as helpful as we are led to believe. Drugs like Prozac and laboratory tests are no better than a sugar pill. And statin drugs help less than 3% of the people that take them. And in fact, they cause side effects that are dangerous in about 23%. On top of that, pharmaceuticals kill about 300,000 people every year. How are we winning on health? How is that expressing health? That's not. So the question then is whether you need to take a medication in order to reap the intended benefit. The answer to Dr. Lipton, he says, is no. What you need to do is you have to change your consciousness because you already manufacture every equivalent of a drug right now. You already manufacture it. You just have to feed it right. And on that, y'all, I'm going to bring this to a close. You know, I was tempted not to do this today because something else was in my mind. But, you know, I'm making myself a priority, and I want to make you see a picture, help you to see a picture of what you can have for yourself, okay? Because once you start doing the study, okay, then you're going to be blown away by what you find on the natural. There's nothing, you have nothing to lose but an addiction. You have nothing to lose but an addiction when it comes to eating right. You have nothing to lose but an addiction when it comes to eating right. So you want to be addicted to the good stuff, okay? That's what you want to be addicted to, and the science of how it works, because that's what's going to be your motivator. It's just like making money. When you see all these cats out here making money, and you want to make that same kind of money, we got to have the same kind of mindset, the same kind of drive. You know, I was telling my girl there, I said, man, go to work, because it's all about, we're about trying to get better ourselves, you know, be bigger together, better financially. So screw going out, and if you have an opportunity where you can make some money, go make that money. You know what I mean? To walk away from it, well, you could have just lost $300 a day. But now the opportunities come, shoot, go do your thing. You see what I'm saying? So opportunities only come once, man. And when the spirit hits you and you need to listen, you better listen. You know, it's not me that speaks; it's the one above that's speaking to you when I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Because this is all third eye health science right here. Okay, both on a scientific level and on a practical, because I'm a practical authority on the subject. Okay, all right, y'all. I'm gonna put the this link in the description about epigenetics, science you can look at, and then other, you know, go into it if you feel inspired to, other links, because this is one out of many. I put the fulvic acid in there, the miracle molecule. The miracle molecule. You want this in your life, okay? You want this for your family because it is not in the food supply anymore. And if it is, very limited. And I know it's not because the reason why I know it's not there because of what fulvic acid is supposed to do, because it is a part of the Hippocratic science of being healthy, and it's also the biblical science as well. It carries that same science in this molecule. okay, that's not in factory industrial food that we're consuming today. So fulvic acid, black magic, miracle molecule, okay? You want to get the best source? Right here. I know the best source, okay? And what you see me doing is a result of me taking the miracle molecule, okay, along with all the other things I'm doing, because I'm not just taking just one thing. No, I have a array of stuff that's going down, okay? But it's all in the realm of high nutrition, high vibration, high megahertz nutrition, okay? I ain't playing around with, even on the vegan tip, I'm not playing around with all this vegan analog foods and stuff like that. No. I've already seen how that messes me up, okay? I may delve into it a little bit from here on out, and I have been doing that. I've been backing away more and more this year, and I am sorely impressed now. Sorely, it's like, just keep doing what you're doing, okay? You eat a little bit. I want you to nourish high and eat small. That's the message coming to me. Nourish high, eat small. Superfoods. That's how you nourish high. Okay? That's how you nourish high. Curbs appetite. Curbing appetite translates to what? Healthy weight loss. Healthy weight loss. 40 days, I ain't lost no mass. I lost fat around the muscle. I only, 12 pounds? Okay, so the body will lose what it needs to lose. And then it keeps you, and you don't want to step away from that. If you're feeling energized, feeling good, stick with it, Nourish high, eat small. All right. Look for the links. Hit me up. My birthday's coming. On the 3rd, I will have a special request on that day, and it concerns my children. So hopefully you would be inspired to tap into that vibration on that day for my kids. But I'm here, I'm alive, I'm well, I'm blessed, and I hope that you are blessed by what you heard today. Again, I love you guys to hell. Don't let my charismatic expression offend you in any way, okay? When I get excited, it's to drive the point home. Because that's the same thing when I'm listening to people lecture to me, it's the same thing that's happening. I want to give it to me. Tell me what I need to know. Tell me what I got to change. All right, so I can get this thing going and keep it going and not turn away from it until I sleep in my last dying breath. Okay, that's where I want to go, and that's where you can go too. Anyway, love y'all to hell. Thanks for tuning in, Miriam, Joe, John, Cash, man. Thanks for hanging in there, brother. I'll talk to y'all on another live tomorrow, because tomorrow is day 40. Okay, I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about, but the Creator always has something in store. Man devises ways, God directs the steps. So I'm expecting Him to do that for me tomorrow. Until then, love y'all to health, and see you tomorrow.